Hey everybody, Tim Percy here. A couple questions I often get asked about is batteries and battery storage. A few years ago I switched to strictly lithium batteries. There's a number of reasons for that. One is weight savings. Although initially the cost of a lithium battery is higher than your traditional lead acid battery, when you work things out per amp hour, you'll find that your better value is with the lithium batteries. Lithium batteries will last longer, will have more charge cycles, and you get more usable amp hours per charge than with a typical lead acid battery. One of the issues has always been, where do I store my battery on my kayak? Recently, two Australian companies got together and came up with a solution for battery power and storage.
FPV-Power produces two batteries suitable for kayaks. This is the 17.5 amp hour, and they also make a smaller 7 amp hour one, which would be typically used for probably your 4 and shorter term 5-inch screens. The good thing about these, they are lithium batteries. They're very lightweight. They're sealed in a waterproof case. They also have waterproof connectors that screw together and have an O-ring seal. FPV-Power teamed up with BerleyPro to come up with a mount to go into the 8-inch circular hatch that is found on quite common on most kayaks nowadays. I know Hobie makes a number of kayaks that utilize the 8-inch circular hatch, and there's a few other manufacturers out there that also use a 8-inch circular hatch. So they teamed up with a solution to mount the battery and store it inside the hatch. It's pretty simple to mount. Simply attach with 4 screws. Once the battery is attached to the BerleyPro mount, simply drops into the hatch and stores away. One of the unique features of the FPV power batteries, they can be wired in parallel. So if you happen to have two 17.5 batteries, you can wire them in parallel. We'll give you 35 amp hours, which will last you for days on end with your typical fish finder these days. The other thing that they have is inside the battery, they built a battery management system that has circuitry in it. Should you ever short out your wires anywhere on that, the circuitry will shut the power off until that short is rectified, and as soon as it's rectified, the battery switches back on again and you have your power. So that will save you from any future wire burning up and any potential fires you may have. I will provide a link in the description below that will better describe everything for you guys. I'm by no means a battery expert, so they do a great job of going through all the features of the FPV battery. FPV has a charger that can be purchased with the battery, and they make a number of different connectors to connect the battery towards either your fish finder or your switching system, whatever you go with. For my application using a 9-inch screen, FPV recommends using their inline regulator. FPV recommends this regulator be wired directly in front of the Lowrance power supply. So for my application, I'm utilizing the Yak power system. I'm going to use their Y splitter. For that, I come directly out of the battery, plug into the Y. Then one end plugs into the regulator, and this is wired directly to my Lowrance unit. The other part of the splitter, the Y, gets attached to the power of the Yak power system. So one end powers the yak power systems, which will power the lights and any other accessories I want. And this will power the Lowrance unit directly. So with that in place, simply tuck it in, close her up, and away you go. The way the mounting system is right now, it will only go into the 8-inch hatches that are set up similar to how I've done here on my Compass or most of the other ones. It won't fit in the current model and the last couple year models of the Pro Anglers because of the at the rear hatch due to the skeg. BerleyPro is presently working on a mount for the FPV-Power batteries to go in the Hobie Pro Anglers with the skeg. You'll be able to either run 1 or even 2 of the FPV-Power 17.5s or even their 7 amp hour batteries in the rear hatch of the Hobie Pro Anglers with the skegs with their new mount. And FPV is coming up with the cable for wiring 2 of the batteries in parallel. Those should be out soon. I know I've been speaking with Martin at BerleyPro, and he should have them ready shortly. As of this taping, I've only had this set up out once. I've had it out for 6 hours, and I had plenty of power for 6 hours running the FPV-Power battery. Mariner Sales is going to be a distributor for FPV-Power batteries. Hopefully they'll have a link up on their website soon. If they do, I'll provide it in the description below. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I try to get back as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.